Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of This is the Police. We are going to be investigating the serial murder named The Dentist today. That'll be fun. We're back in business. Yeah, this is like the second main event, quote unquote, that happens in the game. With a serial murder in a residential area. We'll send Armstrong and Turner. 20-year-old Allison Bell, City Hall intern, was brutally murdered at her apartment. My share from the sale of alcohol. I'm gonna take everything. Drug possession in the library. We can send someone. We'll send Kabata and Kochi. We don't really need to give them SWAT, let's be honest. I mean, we never use SWAT for anything anyway. Or at least rarely nowadays. We're still managing just fine. Assault in a residential area. The Bees man found himself stuck in an elevator. When people attempted to help him out, he lashed out and began to strangle one of them. This is the third time I'm late to work, and it's all because of the elevator. Sir, have you considered some radical shifts in your lifestyle? Drug possession. We got him, Chief. All the suspects, we've got Vickers. Thankfully up to 1200 now, look at that. We asked him to come in for today, so that does help a lot. We're now able to start investigating Federica Laterza. We'll get someone on that later. Serial murder, frames have been found. 3 jackets. Detective Turner fell into a violent trap set by the dentist and was declared dead on the scene. Well, I mean, I could be upset, but that is literally the new hire. Mr. Boyd, after the needless death of Detective Turner, the guys had a quick word and we decided we can't keep going on assignments like this without SWAT support. Oh, for crying out loud. Hello, Jack. I suspect you don't like the dentist nickname any more than I do. But let's just say that is who I am. Let's get down to business. Take a good look at the postcard I sent you. It points to a place where I hid something. Follow the clues. Keep on the trail. Let's just say there's a reason I'm giving you a chance to catch me. But don't dare share this clue with the vets or the trail will go cold. I promise you. And hurry. If you don't figure out the right place in the next 24 hours, I'll destroy all the evidence and walk away. So we could share it with the FBI. I'm sort of more tempted to go and chase it myself. Look at the card over here. Let's quickly flip it, and that's the message. Good handwriting. But yeah. Look at the card, and it depicts angels with trumpets and everything. And it has to correlate to one of these frames, so that equates to like restaurants or something? Oh boy. Chief, you've gotten yourself into a dangerous game. You can't win without evidence on the dentist. You hold in your hand a key to what happened to the victims. Look closely at the image on the card. It'll help you figure out where the evidence is hidden. Send your detectives, but don't go around blindly guessing. I doubt you have the resources to go to all the possible places in time. Proceed. Crap, we've got 4 things to go to. Attempted murder. Elderly concierge reports as he saw an angry girl through the window attacking someone's car with a baseball bat, yelling, "Get out, you painted wretch. Come on, I know you can hear me. I will kill you myself." She sounds lovely. Let's send some people to meet her. So, taking a look at that investigation. We've got 3 frames out of 15, and we have to, from the look of things, we'll get like 5 sets of this. With like 3 choices, so this is... Hang on. That would be the Holy House Pizza. We've got some other pizza places that seem unrelated. Offender caught, that's all good. I think, judging from like the card, which is supposed to be the clue, and the frames we have, that we might have to check out that pizza place. That would be Holy House Pizza. We have Vickers, we have Armstrong, we have SWAT. It's a good thing I called him in to work today, otherwise we would be screwed. Actually, no, we wouldn't. We just needed to call people in. Mr. Boyd, my attempts to raise the ratings of Justice for All failed. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that Percy, didn't help you out. But I'm getting ready for a new TV project which is about the harsh everyday life of ordinary cops. For the pilot, I need 2 cops we can ride around with for several hours. The officer will be given $300, you'll get a more impressive bonus. This time we do have a real budget. I'll send Rushing and Smith. Like, we'll have plenty of time. Attempted murder. Which is bad. Theoretically. A rat among us. Jack, Officer Fish Badge, somehow learned about the postcard from the dentist. He's up in arms, you've been suppressing evidence. He demanded that I take action immediately or he's taking this directly to the prosecutor's office. I convinced him to sit on it for a couple more days, but we have to do something fast. Oh boy. Looks like we might not be left with any choice. I was sort of hoping everyone would be fine with it, but I'm gonna have to call in a favor. And that would be other Deputy Affairs. I keep clicking all the wrong things. The Mafia will falsify a special crime in progress. All the officers who arrive will be killed. Fishbuck, I'm sorry. You're leaving me no choice. Tomorrow at 10. Arson. Freeburg Birth Control Union. Oh dear. We got a report. You've discovered evidence hidden by the dentist. So I think it's fair to say it's this one. Can we pick it? Please? Forget it. Yeah, we'll send Rushing and Smith over here. That way, if we lose anyone, it's not really anyone we care about. There you go. Go earn me cash. We'll get Vickers to look at this, and then we'll send Armstrong to look at this. The arson. Ironically enough, we don't have to send any SWAT with them. Despite them clearly crying out like, hey, we need SWAT support for these quote-unquote dangerous missions. Theft and fraud. A bank employee reports that a suspicious man came into the bank. He's obviously trying to cash a forced check. The cashier also says that the man is hiding something under his jacket. Beard, Petska, Trevor, Quash. Theft at the market. Michael Gibson was only away from his vegetable shop for 2 minutes. Someone managed to steal a big cart filled with watermelons. Bought that hauler a month ago. Bright orange, easy to spot. Thing weighs almost 500 pounds. They couldn't have gotten far. There we go. We'll keep Fishback and Coachy on the staff. It's really unfortunate that we have to get rid of like the 1200 professionalism guy. The only guy that we've got so far with that high skill. Chief, thanks for your wonderful help. I think it'll make a great series. We ran out of true stories, had to improvise a little. I think someone blurted out something not very nice about the police and about you personally, but don't take it to heart. Ooh, that is 10 grand. Sweet. Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to help. You know, I'll let people insult me on TV for 10 grand. Suspect sitting in a chair, very nervous. Ready your gun, slowly approach. He jumps up, grabs a woman standing next to him, putting a huge knife to her throat. He knows the police are there for him. Yeah, I'm raising my gun at him and slowly walking towards him. My friend, you're going to find yourself in a body bag. You better release her quick. No nonsense today. Across the market, there's an elderly couple rolling a big blue cart filled with fruit that looks like watermelons. But it was an orange one. We could go interrogate them, we could hit them with a nightstick, twist her arms behind her back and throw her to the ground, or just continue to search like sensible people. Around the farmer's market, there are 3 carts. One of them is orange, filled with watermelons. Pronunciation. Three women are carrying something over to a small truck. Good day, ladies. Did you see anyone suspicious come through here? Perhaps some watermelon stealing scumbags? Offenders caught. No problemo. Trespassing on a farm. No less than 20 cultists have taken up residence on his farm. They claim the house and the surrounding acreage belong to them. The Lord has given unto us this land for our suffering. Some of them are armed. We've got a haphazard response force, I guess, but we can wait. No pressure. Timer's running down a little, but that's fine. Kaboom. You will not interfere with people's business. That seems like it should be more than enough. Fairly decent response force. And tomorrow we'll get in more trouble with the feds. We'll also have to take a look at the station. We've got Mole. No, wait, we've got Vickers, who's going to be on tomorrow. Moser, Gordon, Hunter, Weaver. So we should have people to respond to another dentist call. We'll need to ask Fishbach to come in tomorrow. And then, unfortunately, get killed. Took care of all of that. That's good. Theft. No new frames found. Really? He's firing with a frick... we must be missing something here. I'll take a look at that later. Drug trafficking. 3 new frames. We don't have enough for that yet. Arson. Also 3 frames. We'll take a look at all of them tomorrow. We'll need to try and assign all our detectives evenly so that we have at least frames coming in every day. Again, we'll need to take a look at the arms trafficking thing. I've got a feeling something's going on with that. But we'll end the day and we'll go see what the dentist has to bring tomorrow. Declare dead. It's no use keeping you around. Fishbach, I need you in tomorrow. Police business.
So I went downstairs figuring I'd find some mercenary or an escaped serial killer or some other lowlife I'd put away, right? But when I hit the lights, I saw a young kid. Couldn't have been 20. Skinny, dirty. Didn't even have a real weapon, just a rusty shiv. He just stood there. Didn't say anything. My whole career, I've been staring down the most dangerous people in the country, and the only one to get into my house and scare my family to death was just some kid about to crap his pants. And I pointed my gun at him, and he just stood there with his mouth open.
Bad luck for him.
He was pretty lucky to still be alive. And you know what? It was you that saved him.
I think you have me confused with somebody else, Ethan.
No. Listen. All these years, me and Marla joked about how dangerous my job is. We figured that sooner or later someone would sneak into our house and cut us to pieces, yeah? Pretty dark jokes, but innocent enough. And Marla asks me not to jump into gunfights when she kisses me on the cheek before I leave for work. It's like we figured that if we joke about stuff like that, then it'll never actually happen. But, while I trained my gun at the kid's nose, I finally realized someone really can get into our house. Someone really can cut us to pieces. Now that it finally happened, I can't make any more jokes like that. Marla won't laugh anymore. She'll burst into tears and stay in bed all day crying, hating me more and more every second. So I figured the only way out of the situation was to show her that if someone really does dare to break into our house, he's guaranteed to get a bullet in the face. He'll die right there on the living room carpet.
God, Ethan, didn't know you were so bloodthirsty.
I'm telling you, Jack, I was serious about shooting this kid right there where he stood. I was about to pull the trigger. But then I remembered you. Remembered 1,000 years ago, we went to the lake and had some beers after an ethics lecture at the academy. I was all angry with that professor, Laszlo, yeah. Remember what he always told us? Being a good policeman is very simple. You just need to keep doing the right thing. I hated those pretentious speeches. I cussed Laszlo up and down and said, "If you always do what's right, you've turned yourself into a robot." And you just sat there, drunk eyes staring into the distance. And you were all calm and said, "No, Ethan, it's the other way around. To do the right thing takes everything you got as a human."
I said that. Oh, what an idiot I was.
Come on, Jack, it's not funny. When things get bad, it's those moments you gotta be hopeful and stay human. And I did just like you said. I stayed human. And then I slapped the cuffs on the kid in one quick move, just like Bobby Flash.
Bobby Flash?
What? You don't remember Evening Freeburg, the old news column? Stories about the cop hero Bobby Flash? I heard they even published a book a few years ago.
Oh, that Bobby Flash.
Yeah, that Bobby Flash. How can you not remember Bobby Flash? We all argued at junior high about which one of us would be Bobby Flash when he grows up. Oh, I'm no Bobby Flash. A hero cop would never think about shooting a terrified teenager. But wait a minute. If I'm not Bobby Flash, then maybe you are.
Yeah, maybe so.
Well, I can guarantee you we are definitely not the model policeman here. Although we do solve crimes and everything. Our ratio is like 9 to 10. A watched pot never boils. Police station's sort of a little bit unhappy because people died, I think. And we're about to kill someone else. City Hall intern found dead in apartment. 21-year-old Alison Bell, victim of brutal murder. Freeburg housing construction affordable. I was a little bit afraid they were going to throw a press conference at us. Vickers is understandably a little bit exhausted. Well, let's start the day. We'll get some blues in. Quite appropriate when people have gotten murdered again. TV project. Jack, we hear your employees got on camera and said all sorts of rubbish to discredit you and the police. We had to put pressure to close down the show. I want them gone by tomorrow. Oh, City Hall. So there is actually some blowback to all this. Interesting. Change detectives from City Hall. As Freeburg police failed to detect the appearance of a famous serial killer in the city, it has become clear that your detectives are simply not up to the challenge. You have 7 days to fully update your detective roster. Find some smart young faces. And those other assholes working for you, keep them as far away from the station as possible. So yeah, we're going to be ignoring that request. Take all of that and share the pharmaceuticals. Well, we'll hire Jack. It's not like we get anyone worse. Dear Lord. The labor market's looking terrible right about now. Oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. I'm not gonna fire my cops. City Hall can eat a fat one, as they say. I'm not really all that bothered by them. Drug sales from Chinatown. Suspicious guy was lurking around his apartment building. He doesn't live here, I know the faces. This guy's selling drugs. Send a token forth. I really think that's nothing. Just because you know all your neighbors' faces doesn't mean they can't have visitors over. That's the crime trap. Fish back. Something suspicious is going on near the forest. Oh crap. He's not going out there alone. Tsubaki, I'm sorry. Your sacrifice will be remembered. Oh. Can I tell them to not shoot? The guy didn't have any drugs, he was only waiting for his girlfriend. Who hadn't answered since they quarreled. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that we have to accidentally kill Tsubaki as well. At least with Tsubaki we have the option of getting someone better, right? Oh no! How did that happen? Whoops. Let's see. Thanks, Sand. Not really happy to do that, but we need a chance to catch the dentist without someone messing it up for us, basically. Man attacked a sales girl when she refused to give him a bouquet of roses on credit. The man struck the poor girl with a pistol, started to choke her with some packing tape. I want to be treated like a human. Then don't attack anyone like that. You idiot. You're gonna be treated like a criminal now. Criminals arguably get even worse treatment. Assault with a deadly weapon. Civilians unharmed and everything, that's good. City Hall is going to be very upset with us the coming days, but that's not really too much of a concern. We've got 23 police officers, 2 of them are currently in a casket. Ooh. Our man wearing what looks like an explosive vest is standing next to an attraction at the ice arena, demanding that the dangerous stuff be dismantled and removed right away. Park visitors and children are trapped on the Ferris wheel, and the offender is refusing to let them leave. Stovall, Koizuma, Kemp, Calhoun, SWAT, Paddy Wagon. We're not going to send out too many people, as I know SWAT is hugely efficient and should be able to handle it. But then again, in a city like this, you never really know. Theft. I really think we're missing up the thing here. So what is it? Do we... So we arrive at the thing. We open the door, go inside, find the weapons, grab them and bring them? I don't know. I really feel like I'm missing something here. Or is it like stashing them? I don't know. Am I stupid? I think I might be stupid. I'll go and... I'll mess with this a bit off camera. I'll be right back. Yeah, so I've been looking for a bit and we just don't have the frames because we're not getting any. Turns out Mole is rubbish at their job. Drug trafficking. We'll set a detective on here, Rositsky, so that we'll be getting frames tomorrow. We'll set Weaver on this one, so that we have one person doing the arson, one doing the theft. Detectives, I might have to just give you Moser. We'll need to call in the good man, because honestly, nothing's happening right now. We need those frames, Mole. You need to work by the books, Mole. You're a liability to the force. I need your gun and your badge. Hostages have been rescued. Okay, that's good. Abduction in the suburb. Felipe Santos keeps all his cash in the bank. They ordered him to return within 3 hours. They kidnapped the man's wife and their infant. Right, we're going to be sending out Samedy, Powers, Robbins, Clayton, Hoskin, Kublius, and then we'll wait for SWAT. I want to send SWAT. Just to be on the safe side. We'll get like a full loadout of like hugely professional people. I would have sent Fishbach, but he caught a crime trap to the face. Whoops. Stovall, Samedy, Uzumi, Robbins, Calhoun, Kublius, SWAT. Homicide at the motel. People dragging a limp body from one of the rooms. Now they're tearing the room apart, obviously looking for something. Send out the force. In force. There we go. Things will be fine. There's no way we're gonna fail. Right, looks like, oh, theft. We've got one frame! Oh, Mole, finally! You suck at your job. I still don't think that's enough, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Detective Vickers, 3 new frames. Doesn't go anywhere without our 2 bodyguards. That's the first frame. Large ship arrives from Colombia. She boards and pays. Irons are filled with drugs. Locked in a yellow container. And this is her arriving. Then we've got the ship arriving. She climbs on board to pay the dude. It gets unloaded with a yellow container. Things get delivered and the guy climbs in. Vickers is getting even better at his job. We might have to send him to take over. We'll wait until we can send SWAT along. Arson. Open investigation. We'll take a look in a bit. Because we've got something going on right now. Man with a gun in his hand is smoking on the porch of the abandoned house. We could shoot him right away, but he hasn't done anything yet, so we'll arrest him and go inside. Music's pumping loudly. 3 armed men are sitting at a table playing cards. Pull the cord on the music player, order the men to give up their weapons. Yeah, how do you like that? We'll send the army to get you if need be, Jesus. Homicide motel, there's people shining flashlights inside the room, voices of perps are raised. This is the police, come out with your hands up. Roll credits. Criminals are confused, one has a knife, the rest just have flashlights. We could shoot him. We'll take aim at him. Ready to fire if need be. We can blap a fool if he tries anything. Otherwise, let's try to not kill anyone. Unless absolutely necessary. I'm gonna send people out. We're not gonna be able to send out otherwise. SWAT would not be back in time. And I wanna give it a go. Like, if we can get Vickers some extra experience, that would be great. If not, who cares? Let's see what we got. Offender caught. Vickers is just an ace. So we cannot get a bonus for these guys anymore, but we can eliminate the gang. For 35 grand. Thank you very much. And that is where we'll end the day, and we'll end this particular episode. We'll declare everyone dead. They unfortunately died on the job. Anyway, guys, if you...
Boyd here, and I hope you have a hell of a good reason for calling me in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, Mr. Boyd. I'll call you back later.
No, wait. You're the girl from the prosecutor's office. Lana, right?
Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so embarrassed, Mr. Boyd. The first thing Mrs. Broom told me about you is that you almost never sleep.
Lana!
I don't sleep too much either, so I thought I'd call you and apologize for last time.
But it wasn't the last time, was it?
Well, I've been going over our conversation in my mind, and I realized how stupid I sounded. You're the chief of police, and there's a strange girl calling you, saying she'll be the next city prosecutor, just to share the news, I guess. I must have sounded crazy.
Not so crazy as you imagine, Lana. When I learned I was going to be police chief, my parents were already dead, and my only friend was working 1,000 miles away from Freeburg. Wife and kids were relaxing on a distant island in the middle of the ocean. Took me 6 hours to get a hold of them. But I had to share the news with someone, or I would have gone mad. All the more because I was surrounded by 6 cops who figured they were ahead of me for the job. I figured you were feeling about the same.
It's like you're reading my mind. Now I'm like an outcast here. Most of them still think that Mrs. Broom was joking or trying to show her deputies that she's in charge of appointing her successor. But I know it's no joke.
For some reason, I didn't doubt it, Lana.
That's probably why I'm calling you. I know it's selfish. I'm sure your wife isn't too keen on girls calling you at night.
My wife and I, well, we're not living together. Maybe I'm the loneliest man in town, and that's why you called, to talk to someone even lonelier than you, huh? Lana?
You know, Mr. Boyd, maybe I'm an idiot, but until this moment, I didn't realize how lonely I am.
Well, you're in luck, because now you can call me anytime. But if you do, you'll have to call me Jack.
Jack? It'll take more than one phone call to get used to that.
Well, we're not in a hurry, are we?
True.
He's a smooth criminal. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, do let me know by leaving a like and perhaps a comment down below. You want to see more? This is the police. But not yet subscribed to the channel. Do consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, until next time, have a good one folks.